Sitting all alone on a desert beach, I stopped to think of wondrous heaven's reach. I stopped to think and wonder why the first drop that saw the sky. Neglected, rejected, injected, wasn't really protected, just merely infected. And why the first drop that saw the sky. Now we are thwarted by misconceptions that surely alter all our perceptions. For youth in our legs can never last, but youth in our minds is never past.
So I might start it off, get the ball rolling, is that alright? Yeah. And then we'll go this way. So we'll go Dean, we'll go Alan, and then along here.
Yeah, this is the famous, it's a family ukulele. Well, it was mine, and then the family all became a family object, if you know what I mean. But I've repossessed it lately as mine, and it's half plastic, half wood, which I'm not usually too favourable with when it comes to instruments. But this one's different. It's got a beautiful sound, and yeah, a lovely mosaic on the front. My father bought it in Hawaii when I was a teenager, and typical teenager, I was like, you bought me a plastic instrument, what are you doing buying me a Fisher Price toy? I never got much attention for years and years, got neglected basically, because everyone thought it was a Fisher Price toy, like, you know. Lately, picked it up, put a new set of strings on it, and I made that sound. I was like, that's really, really nice. And I've been practicing since, well, I started to play since then. And what became the part of it that I detested the most is probably what makes it special now, and what makes it still exist today, because it's strong, it's a strong instrument. It's been like chucked around the house a million times, fallen off kitchen tables onto tiles, it's fell down stairs, off walls, and it's still in perfect working condition, probably because it's plastic. And yeah, so it became a blessing, not a curse, that it was plastic.
April 1973, I'm 44 years here now. The area is very quiet, very, very quiet. The only thing is, it's not as neighbourly as it used to be. A lot of the neighbours have died or moved on to somewhere else, and there's very few, there's only 2 families in the 10 houses that have children, you know, so you don't have the same watching the children and talking to the neighbours, you know. My garden was a thorn in my side for a long time, and I always wanted to do something with it and felt, well, I'm 74, I'm not going painting it because I'll have to have it done every other year. I'm lucky that my ex-husband loves gardening, and he comes and he does it, and he plants it, and he does digging or whatever, and he just minds it for me. So, and he's delighted to have it because it's one of his favourite pastimes, you know, so it's grand, you know. Thank God we're on good terms. I've had issues with mental health, and well, I had an episode last May, and it was that I was doing too much, I was overdoing it. And I'm the kind of person that I get completely involved, that I let myself get absorbed, and I mustn't have been sleeping and I was getting up too early, and next thing I hit a rock, a wall that just went downhill, you know. And when that happens to me, you won't believe it, I stop talking. You know, I can't express, I can't do anything, and I do know. But the advantage now is that when it happened to me years ago, I never recognised it as anything. Now I know what it is, and I can know what I do about it, and that's thanks to the club. So I'm kind of trying to keep on top of it all the time, you know. The catalyst at the hips done was when I saw the wedding photographs of my son and daughter. I was completely bent over, and I said, I better go and see what this is all about. So I thought he was going to say one hip, and he said, you have to have the 2 done. So then he said to me, will you get the two done together? And I kind of thought, well, you're living in a house on your own, and if two done together, if you fall or anything, you haven't a hope. Yeah, you're glad of any help and you're grateful for it. And like, I don't know if it's pride or what it is, the way we're brought up, but you don't really readily want help, you know, but you know, you accept that you need it. Once I could get down the stairs, up and down the stairs, and they had a kind of a rhyme they told you, up to heaven and down to hell. So you put the leg that was done on the steps of the stairs first, and then you put the other one, and vice versa coming down. So, you know, little things like that, tips like that help great. And they don't let you out of the hospital unless they know you can do the stairs. But you have to do as they tell you. If they tell you you should walk for 10 minutes a day, and 10 minutes is enough at the beginning, don't try and do a half an hour, because you're going to do more damage. Well, I definitely missed my club from going to it, you know. It's for people who have suffered mental health and are trying to get back into society and trying to recover and deal with everyday chores, really. And I think in general in the club, every one of them appreciate nature and they love going down to the allotment, you know. Now, in the beginning when they got the allotment, I did a bit in it, but once I got the hips done, I didn't do it anymore, because I don't dig or do any of that. Recovery of the body, you can get help with it, to the extent that some medicines may fix it or whatever. But recovery of the mind, I feel it's slower. And you have to be kind to yourself. I don't have any regrets that I had the mental health situation, because I'm a better person for it. Because I'm much more open and much more receptive to people, and I can understand them. And you know, you can understand somebody just by listening and saying nothing, you know. So in that sense, you know, once the person knows you're there for them. To me, I suppose it's not having racing thoughts and my head not in a muzzle, have everything going through your head all at once. Be able to get clear head, because I think that's what happens to people when they suffer from mental health, that they get confused. And you're supposed to say that you can't see the wood for the trees, you know, and you have to work at it. But then suddenly someday you'd stop and say, oh God, isn't that great? I'm okay. You know, that's the way it happened for me anyway, you know. Well, I hope I live a long time. I kind of get up bright in the morning, and I really don't let things faze me anymore. Yesterday is gone and tomorrow hasn't come yet, so just live today, you know.